Hello. How are y'all feeling? Thank you, Little Blue Links, for following me just now. And thank you to Grimmix, who followed a couple days ago. I replayed that at the start of the stream so that it was like on record, on the VOD, I guess. I made an entirely new Duolingo account just for this stream, so they get to email me twice as much now. I'm gonna put on some lo-fi. Some lo-fi that claims to be DMCA free, but I guess we'll see. If the music is too quiet or too loud, please feel free to let me know. Don't want to put anybody in any kind of discomfort. There'll be a short 5-minute break before I go into playing The Walking Dead after we've done some Japanese, just simply because I want to be able to make sure the sound isn't going to blow all of our eardrums off immediately. So during that time, feel free to, well, during any time really, feel free to get a snack or a drink, whatever you're feeling. I did have to go through part of Hiragana 1 simply because otherwise it wouldn't let me actually on the website yet. So yeah, I haven't cheated. I'm not ahead of everybody. Well, I am a little bit. I do have a personal Duolingo account, and I have done a teeny tiny bit of Duolingo. I'm currently working on time, which I'm not entirely certain how far here. So I'm not very far at all. I know the alphabet, and I know some kanji. That's mainly what I've been teaching myself for the past year or two. And I know like basic conversational phrases, but I'm hoping that putting us together, maybe learning on stream, will give me the motivation I need to, you know, finally take the proper steps forward to actually learning the language, because as of right now, I know next to nothing. But yeah, let's start with some, I feel like the music is far too quiet. But I don't want to turn it up and then have a slightly louder song come on. The playlist, for anybody who wants to know, is called DMCA Free Lo-Fi, and it is literally just on Spotify under that. Just in case anybody else wants to listen to this at any later point. Let's go. Yo. I already know yo.
Sa.
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 I almost hit need there. I don't know why.
Yon.
Yon.
Sa.
Sa. Oh, and if the volume on Duolingo is too loud, also let me know. Again, I don't want to blow anybody's eardrums out. That's definitely not what I'm going for here. Let's lift the matching pairs.
Yo.
Chi.
Chi.
Sa. I. Chisai. Small. San. Something that is always kind of... It doesn't confuse me when I'm looking straight at it, but it does catch me off guard sometimes when I'm actually trying to read a tweet in Japanese. I will mess up, or like mix up rather, san and chi, and it's unfortunate for sure. Ni, yo, sa, chi, san. San is 3. I can count to, like, confidently and quickly, I can count to 10. Maybe 20. But slowly, if you give me like a little bit extra time, I can count to like 100. Or can I? Can I only count to 99? Is 100 hyaku? I think it's hyaku. Woo! Daily goal. 2-day streak. Erasing this skill. Oh goodness. Should we jump to level 2? No, I feel like repetition will help. Repetition is apparently one of the like most helpful ways to learn a language. It's just like really drilling it into your brain that that's what you need to go for.
9
Ku,
6
roku, that's 6. Na.
7
You know, something else really weird,
8
when it comes to reading Japanese, especially hiragana, because hiragana is the one I learned first, I tend to be pretty quick. I don't tend to have that much issue, except when it comes to writing Japanese. Like, I remember it if I can see it, but if I have to write it out purely from memory, like nothing to copy down, I really do kind of struggle. Which... it's...
7
Nana. It's a little embarrassing to admit.
9
But
2
hey man, I'm just
No.
going through the motions. It's an entirely
No.
different language with an entirely... It's got pronunciations that English doesn't have. We have pronunciations that English don't have in Japanese. There are, like... It's an entirely different alphabet. Like, they don't use the English alphabet in any way, shape, or form. Maybe for, like, okay and, like... God, I don't know. The only thing, again, about the alphabet that's similar is they use the same numbers and the same punctuation. And that's pretty much all they have.
6
Roku. Don't bully me too hard for my pronunciation. I purely learn from actually hearing, so. Send me notifications. Not right now. Not right now. Hi.
Hi.
I love that they added
Ohio.
different voices, because it used to be just like a little robot voice, but ever since, like, obviously they got more attention and I guess their budget must have gone up, they like hired voice actors and they all like are so cute. I love that they have little voices. Ohayo, that's good morning. Ooh.
Ohayo.
I believe the formal way to say good morning is ohayo gozaimasu. But I think if you're just casual with friends, you can literally just say ohayo. Or I've heard some people just say yo. They'll just walk up to people and go yo.
4
Oh. I used to mix up o and a, but I don't anymore.
Hi.
Or at least I haven't in a while. Hi.
Hi.
I heard yes. U,
う
to,
ろな
na,
に
nani,
お
o, nani o. Keep unintentionally making words.
ろ
O, ro, o,
お
u,
に
ni, n. Perfect. I love the amount of praise that the Duolingo bird gives you. Does he have a name? Oh my gosh. I guess we can jump to level 2 if it's gonna keep saying that. Does the Duolingo bird have a name? I have to know. It's just called Owl. Oh, Duo. He's called Duo. But he is an owl, yeah. That's cute. Ichi.
1
に
Ni. I.
ち
Ni.
に
1.
に
Ni.
ち
I.
いに
2. Perfect. Gonna make so much progress. It's gonna be so fun.
よさ
Sa.
さ
I should order or make some flashcards, I think. I think it would be really, really helpful for me to have these around the house. Sa.
さ
Yeah, okay.
し
Chi. I. N. Yo.
よ
Now that I've reminded myself that I used to, like mix up chi and sa, I am acutely aware of how easy it is to fuck it up. And I keep thinking I'm gonna do it. I keep second guessing myself. I need to just go for it. Sa.
Sa.
Yeah, okay. See, I'm getting nervous, and for what? There's no reason for me to do that. This music's so quiet. I was gonna put my BGM on, but fun fact, when you put your BGM into OBS, you actually can't hear it. So I wouldn't be able to monitor whether it was too loud at any point. So I'm opting for the lo-fi so that I can better monitor
Sa. Shi. Yo.
the sound levels, because I was having sound issues for a while, for like 2 weeks. And then yesterday I finally figured it out. Finally.
San.
It took me 12 days
Yum.
to figure out what the issue was. I still don't know what the problem was. All I know is that I fixed it. That's kind of my approach to san is 3. That's kind of my approach to technology. Always has been. It's just I don't need to know what was wrong. I just need to know whether or not I fixed it. And I appear to have fixed it. So there's no real reason for me to
Yum.
dwell on what the issue was, unless it happens again, and then I'll try and figure it out. Because then I can fix it better or prevent it from happening again, but I don't see need to right now. No, thank you. Jump to level 3? Not yet.
Ku.
I know a couple of I'm not very good at structuring sentences, but I'm good at remembering just words offhand, like ureshi and urusai. And excuse my language, but fuzakenna, things like that. You know what I mean? Like phrases and stuff.
Nana.
Also, I said excuse my language. I know that I swear on stream, but swearing in like, or like using that kind of language in Japanese is like a pretty big deal. They don't use fuck like we do. They don't like do that kind of thing. If you say like fuzakerena or fuzakenna to somebody in Japan, apparently it's supposed to be like really, really disrespectful. It's like using the C word in America. Do you know what I mean? It's like a big, big deal.
Roku.
Roku. Ro.
Ro. Ku.
Ku. Na.
Na.
Ro.
Ro.
N.
I. Roku.
I think if I had to pick a favorite hiragana, it would be I. I just love the way that it looks. I don't know why. I pick a favorite everything. I have a favorite kanji as well. Yo.
Yo.
Ro.
Ro. Ni.
Na.
Na. Ku.
Ku. Nana. 7. $90 EXP. Wow. Wow. So there's a lot more hiragana to go through, and then we go through greetings, and then we go through katakana. Which is pretty good way to progress, because I believe katakana is only really used when I mean, I think they use it for other things as well. I'm obviously not an expert on the language. As you can tell, I'm literally using Duolingo to learn it. But I think they use katakana mainly to talk about like English things or things with like an English name. I think I know pasokon, which is like PC, is in like katakana. Hamburger, which is like hamburger, that's in katakana. Stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Ohayo.
Ohayo.
O. Hi.
Yes.
O.
O.
U.
Ni.
Na.
Na.
Ro.
Ro. Oh, this is cute. Oh, it's from Super Mario Galaxy.
Ohayo.
Ohayo. Good morning.
O.
Ro.
U.
Ni. I haven't made any mistakes today. It's gonna look really, really bad. We'll skip to jump to level 3. It's gonna look really, really bad when I do stop making mistakes because I've done so well at the beginning. I did do a test yesterday. I think that classed as the ichi. I think that classed as the little bit of hiragana that I did to see like where I was at, and they determined that I was a beginner.
2
Which I would say is accurate because I've never gone to school for this. I've never had any kind of lesson. I literally have just taught myself. I'm trying to go to school for it. Fun fact about my personal life. I'm trying to go to school for Japanese language. I'm not there yet, and I won't be for a little while, but practice makes perfect, and I'm gonna keep trying. I will get there.
よ
Yo,
ささ
sa, chi, sa, yo,
よい
sa.
さ
Saying it out loud helps me. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but to remember something, if I really, really have to remember it, I will say it out loud.
3
Because then I can, like, have the memory of verbalizing it, I suppose.
い
I,
よ
yo, chi, sa, yon.
4
3
It gets a little bit harder when they start teaching you the kanji for the numbers, but not. It doesn't really get hard until like. I don't know. 1 to 10 is easy. I don't know if they have kanji for numbers above 10. But like, 1, 2, 3, 4 is literally just 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, and then yon is like. Yon is where it starts to get like slightly harder, but still not very much. It's still a pretty good deal. Oh wow, we're on like a leaderboard. All these people learning Japanese. Apparently Japanese is actually Duolingo's, or at least it's one of their like most popular languages. There's like millions of learners.
1
Ichi. Ni.
い
Ichi. Ni. Ichi.
2
Ni. The repetition.
い
Ni.
し
Chi. I think teaching people numbers is actually a really good way to get like practice in hiragana. I think that's a really smart little system.
よ
Yo,
さ
sa.
さ
I also love that it gives you the option to use your keyboard. So if you have like a Japanese keyboard, which I definitely do,
3
not like physically, like you can have it on Windows, that you can use that if you want the typing practice.
さ
Sa. Yon.
4
3
But yeah, like I said,
さんよいし
I can introduce myself in Japanese and I can hold a very, very, very basic conversation. But when it comes to actually like putting sentences together, I know next to nothing.
し
That was
Sa-
close. I almost screwed that up. I almost made my first mistake. I wonder how far we can get in without me making a mistake. And I wonder if I've just jinxed that. I very well may have. I very well may have just jinxed that.
く
Ku,
な
na,
な
na,
な
na,
6
roku,
ろなな
7. ろ
ろ
I love the way ro and ru look. Ro is like that, and then ru has like a little. It's the same, and then it has a little loop at the end, and it's really cute.
な
I think
I- く
6
I think the Japanese alphabet is super, super pretty.
ろ
I'm gonna glitch out for a sec. Let me just check if my heater is on. It is on. A little bit too high. My apologies for that visual.
く
Ku
な
na
よ
yon
に
ni. I believe 4 can also be referred to as shi, but they tend not to because shi is also like death. Shine. Shine means die or death, I think. So you can say like ich ni san shi, but I don't think it's very common to do that. I think people stick with yon for the most part. Or at least that's
はい
as far as I'm aware. Hi.
お
Ohayo.
Ohayo. This bear is so cute.
う
Yes.
ろに
ni
な
あ
う お
Oh,
おはよ
good morning. I love her hair.
う
U
に
ni n
ろ
ro
お
o. Should we move on to something else? Should we try maybe hiragana 2 or 3, 4 greetings perhaps? Or should we just go to level 5? I don't think we can master it because I don't think we have the stuff for that.
し
Ah, it's teaching us more. Shi. It finally changed a little bit. Ah,
か
ka,
う
u,
い
i,
し
shi.
あ
I don't know. I think it's because of this section. Like the left-hand side of both of these letters are really, really similar. Except this one is more like... This one is straight and this one is curved. Obviously the bottom is like completely different. But I really did used to mess that up. And there's also this little extra bit. It's like it's broken a little. Aka. Red? Yes, oh my gosh.
か
I know some colors. I know shiro, I know kuro, I know ao and aoi, I believe, is blue. I know I think momoiro is peach. I don't remember yellow. Green is midori. And aka is red. Evidently, I remember that. Shiroi. Oh yeah, you can put i on the end as well. I think iro means color. So like momoiro is like peach color, but you would just kind of say that as it's just peach because iro, they're not, I don't think actually saying color. I think they're just describing it. So I don't think akai, yeah, so akka and akai is, I don't know why the e gets added on the end of some of them. I'll have to, I hope it tells us that maybe at some point. I don't know if it will, but
よ
that's the one
さ
flaw I find
しあ
with 10 in a row. Thank you. That's the one flaw I find with Duolingo. I wish it would tell me more information. And I know that they probably can't afford to do that for all of the languages, but part of, at least part of my reasoning for liking learning languages so much is kind of a little bit of the history behind it. I really enjoy learning why something is the way that it is, or exactly what is saying, or exactly what is being said rather, and like why it's being said that way. I just really enjoy that aspect of things, and unfortunately Duolingo doesn't really give you that. Ow. It's a little unfortunate, but you can always, I would never recommend just staying with Duolingo. I would definitely recommend doing Duolingo and other things, like if you can buy a textbook, or if you can buy worksheets, or just literally anything. Yay! Oh my goodness, it turns gold at 5, I forgot. Can you earn the final crown? We can't afford to. Maybe later. So you can go back and practice that, but right now you can't progress past level 5 because you've sort of mastered it. And I believe that fills up and this goes all the way around when you get it to legendary. So let's start on hiragana 2. Ki. Hey, I think ki means tree.
着る
Oh my goodness, that's one of my favorite kanjis. Okay, the kanji for tree is, it looks a little bit like a tree, and it's ki. And then the kanji for forest is the same kanji for tree, but like stacked on top of each other, and it's mori, forest. So it's like a picture of a forest. It's just trees. It's so sweet. I love it.
着る
Kiru.
着る
I don't remember what kiru means. Wear. To wear.
る
Ru.
読む
Uh.
夜
Yoru. Yomu.
Yomu.
My brain just saw yo and went for it. Mu.
む
夜読む
よ
夜
Yoru.
夜
That almost caught me off guard. I wasn't paying enough attention. Ro.
ろ
Ki. Mu. Chi.
る
Ru. Yoru.
夜
Right? Oh my goodness. And I think, is hiru day? I think hiru is day. So yoru is night, hiru is day. Hi, the kanji for hi, I believe means sun. I don't know where yo comes from though, because I was fairly certain that the kanji for moon is pronounced tsuki.
き
Na.
む
Mu.
く
Ku.
る
Kiru.
着る
To wear. Kiru. I'm so proud of you. Thank you, duo. Arigato. Read. Yomu. Ah, see, they hadn't
Yomu.
told me that yet. I don't actually like cheating like that. I'm not gonna do that again. It's okay to make mistakes when you're learning. Half of the point of learning is making mistakes and learning from said mistakes. So don't be ever afraid to make mistakes when you're learning something. You're a human being. You're allowed to make mistakes.
の
No. I love the way no looks. I know it's just the bottom of a, but it's
飲む
pretty.
Nomu.
Nomu. Doesn't that mean to drink? Yeah, drink.
お
Nomu.
酒
Oh my god, I'm really surprised that I remembered that. Osake doesn't alcohol? Sake,
Yasai?
because Japanese sake, it's like yasai
Yasai?
is vegetables because I like vegetables. I can put together tiny, teeny sentences like that if that's any consolation to anybody. I can say like yasai ga suki. I think that's correct. Yet yasai ga suki. Or would it be yasai ga suki desu? I don't know. I don't think des is necessary there. This is why I'm learning.
や
Yeah,
野菜
yasai
き
ki
け
ke
む
mu ya
や
no.
の
Wow, this sounds ominous. I'm gonna skip that song. That sounded a little scary. Why did that sound like that? Oh, sake?
酒
Osake? It confuses me when it starts to split them up like that.
け
Ke. Nomu. I did not mean
Nomu.
to do that. I believe tabe is eat. Taberu? Taberu is to eat. Tabe means eat or like eaten.
き
Ki
の
no
る
ru. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Ru. You can't see it anymore.
やけ
Yakke. The ru has like a little. It's ro, but with a loop. Jump to level 2. Ah, are we not a little? Are we not a little far behind to be jumping? Teriyaki is like, oh, that's like chicken or something, right? It's a meat. It's food. I know that much.
す
Su,
寿司
sushi. Ri.
り
I keep going to make the comment and saying like, oh my goodness, Ri is so pretty, or like this character is so pretty, like this letter is so pretty. I think all of them are pretty, and I've already established that. Ski.
り
Su.
て
Te.
や
Ya.
む
Mu. Teriyaki. Teriyaki.
焼き
好き
Ski.
き
Shi.
寿司
The little grandma is so
Te.
cute when she pops up. Te. Ya.
やて
Te.
り
Ri.
の
No.
す
Su. Perfect. Not yet. I think perfect in Japanese might be kanpeki. Kanpeki,
欲しい
but I'm not sure. Hoshi, that
Hoshi.
means want. Yeah, so like if I wanted a cat. Koneko ga hoshi. Koneko ga hoshi would be I want a kitten. Koneko? Yeah, it wouldn't be nekoko. It would be koneko, I'm pretty sure.
や
Ya.
ほ
Ho. Ma.
また
Ta.
る
Ru.
甘い
Amai,
Amai.
that means sweet, I think. Yeah, amai. Chaotic Blossoms! Hello, Blossoms! How are you doing? Neko, cat. Yes.
た
Ta,
ま
ma,
ほ
ho,
け
ke,
き
ki. Amai.
甘い
And I don't
汚い
remember what sour is.
汚い
Kitanai? Well, that's amai. That's hoshi. So kitanai must be dirty. Yeah.
欲
Hoshi.
しい
You just woke up? Oh my goodness. Oh, I forget, of course, the time zone. Kitanai. I wonder if kita means clean and then nai means no. Like, not clean. Because nai is like, it's like janai. So it's like no, right? It's like not. Erasing this skill. Okay, we'll jump a little. Just a little. Yeah, I forgot it must be like 9 or 10 a.m. for you right now.
き
I always forget about the
Kiru.
time zones.
着る
Kiru. To wear.
る
読む
Yomu.
読む
That's. Yomu. Yoru is night, so yomu is. Read? Yes. 9 a.m.? Oh my goodness.
む
Mu.
夜
Yoru.
Yoru.
Night. I have another costume come to work on here soon, but I wanted to stop by. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I really hope you have fun working on the costume. I know it'll turn out great.
る
You always do such fantastic work.
ろき
Ki.
む
Mu.
し
Chi.
夜
Mu.
む
Na.
な
Du.
る
Ku.
くき
Ki. If I remember rightly, kuki, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's either kuki or kuki. Like they carry over. It's like 2 U's or 2 K's. Like for us, kuki or kuki is like fresh air, I think.
着る
Kiru, right? To wear? Kiru? Oh. Yomu.
読む
Perfect. We haven't made a mistake yet.
の
No. no is like possessive. So like if you were to say my, it would be like watashi for I, and then no would make it my. On a roll. I feel like I am. I
Yeah.
feel like I am.
き
Ke, mu, no.
no
But yeah, watashi no is my, and then watashi is like just me or I. Yeah.
や
Yasai.
Yatai.
お酒
Osake, alcohol. Drink.
Nomu.
Nomu. I think you can just say. I don't know if the o has to be. Because over in the Western world, we don't call it osake, we call it just sake, right? So. I wonder if the o is like deliberately calling it alcohol rather than
き
ki,
の
no,
け
ke, ya.
やる
It's like calling it something different slightly. Or maybe we just say it wrong. I wouldn't be surprised. We call karaoke karaoke, and it's literally like a Japanese thing, I think, and it's karaoke. Osake.
け
Ke.
野菜
Vegetables.
飲む
Or a vegetable. The o is for making it more polite. Same with sushi and osushi. Ah, thank you. That's really interesting. See, I love that. I love learning that stuff. I love learning how and why something is like more polite than something else. So like if I was talking to my boss, I wouldn't call it sake or sushi. I would say osake or osushi rather than just being super casual with him, because that would get me fired. I feel like if it's gonna ask me to jump, it should do it when we're here, right? I feel like here is like far too far ahead.
す
Sushi.
Sushi. Thank you for the information, One Punch Fran. I appreciate that. I really like learning stuff
Ri.
like that.
寿司
Sushi
照り焼き
teriyaki. I don't remember what teriyaki is. All I know is that one time I tried umaibo with it was teriyaki flavor, and it was a little bit spicy. Just a teeny tiny bit spicy. It was nice though. Umaibo is actually my favorite Japanese snack. I love the corn potage flavor.
寿司
Suki. No, I wasn't paying attention. I saw su and I almost caught myself.
りすむ
Caught myself
Yeah.
slipping.
て
You suck at Japanese? I'm sure you're not so bad.
て焼き
Honestly, being able to speak it at all is probably a little bit of a
Ski.
flex. It's probably one of the... I mean, isn't it one of the hardest languages in the world? Let me Google it. Is Japanese one of the hardest languages to learn? Autofill. The Japanese language is considered one of the most difficult to learn by many English speakers. It 3 separate writing systems, an opposite sentence structure to English, and a complicated hierarchy of politeness. It's decidedly complex. So yeah, honestly, being able to learn or speak it at all, I'd be super proud of yourself if I were you.
て
De.
り
Yeah.
や
No.
の
Su.
すて
Yeah, a lot of my pronunciation came from just listening to J-pop from a very, very young age, so it's definitely not perfect. And there's one word always sounds really, really strange for me to say in Japanese, and that's yakusoku, which is promise, because they actually share that word with Korean, and in Korean it's pronounced yaksok, and I heard it that way first. So whenever it comes to saying yakusoku, automatically my brain tries to say yaksok instead, and obviously that sounds wrong and awkward. So it depends on the language you already speak. For Korean, it's not so difficult. Yeah, because the sentence structure is similar apparently, because I believe both languages are derived from Chinese, if I'm not incorrect. I know a little bit about Korean language. I know how to introduce myself, but I definitely know more Japanese than I do Korean. but I did learn a little bit about the language's history, and I believe it was Great King Sejong who thought that the Chinese alphabet and language was just a little bit too difficult, so he decided to make Hangul and made it his own, made Korea a language. He made Hangul. You're so bad. I tried to speak it in high school because, you know, anime.
Ho.
Anime is not so bad. There are
Ta.
effective ways
Ya.
to learn anime, to learn Japanese through anime, but a lot of the language I've heard isn't as accurate. Like, nobody would say some of the phrases they say in real life situations because obviously they're being dramatic, they're playing it up. Like, apparently, what is the word for bastard that gets said all the time in, like, Inuyasha? I think it's Inuyasha. It's, oh god, I don't remember. But apparently, if you used that in real time, like real life Japanese, they would just be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, why are you talking like that? Apparently it's super uncommon to use that word. It's like learning English from King of the Hill. Yeah, I guess.
Ma.
Or like
Ke.
ma ke
Ta.
ta
Ho.
ho
Ki.
or like
Amai.
from I guess it would be better to watch like Kim Namjoon, my apologies, from BTS. He learned English through watching the sitcom Friends. And apparently that's like a pretty good way to do it because he was fluent. But I feel like watching an American drama or like sitcom or something would be so different to watching a British one. Like, if they came around and like wanted to learn English from like Emmerdale or Coronation Street, I feel like they'd have a really, really, really hard time because like British English just has such a heavy accent to it. And I know like it came first and everything, but it's got so many different ways of pronouncing it, and like depending where you are in the country, you'll sound completely different to somebody from like London. I don't sound anything like people from London because I'm nowhere near London. So I feel like it would just be exponentially harder to learn it from something that is British English. I feel like American English is definitely the way to go for people learning.
欲しい
She is one. For people learning English. As far as I know, the Chinese sentence structure is more like English than the Japanese, but at least the kanji are the same, so it's helpful to know Chinese. Yeah, I've heard people have, like, once they've learned a little bit of Japanese, I've heard they have an easier time learning Chinese, even though Chinese is obviously incredibly difficult. I'll tell you what. Was that supposed to be in like an American accent? Like, I'll tell you what. Kitanai, that's dirty, right? Yeah.
欲しい
Hoshi. King of the Hill. Want. Kitanai. There we go. You're acing this skill. Alright, we'll jump. We'll jump a little.
Ki.
Key. I think key kind of looks like a key, like a house key. Just the way it's said. Oh, right, got you.
Ru.
Du,
Mu.
mu,
Ki.
ki,
Ro.
ro,
Shi.
chi. Oh, hey, there's Nightbot coming through. I'm glad that works. I recently got Nightbot and I set up a bunch of things to run on a timer. Because I know a lot of people who use Twitch just don't check panels, and I really want to credit all of the free assets that I have on my stream because
Ki.
my plan is when I start earning from the stream to go back to everybody I'm using, everybody's assets that I'm using, and tip them for it, because they encourage tipping, but they don't require it. They put things on like Ko-fi and like Patreon for like free. And I always feel really, really bad hitting the like, what would you like to pay 0 button. but I can't afford to right now. But one of the main reasons I have like every single asset that I'm using listed is so that I am able to go back and
む
tip them when possible. Because I think they've done some fantastic work. I have some beautiful assets to use on this stream, and I'm not able to pay for any of them, and I feel awful.
夜
Night is yoru, if I remember correctly.
切る
Kiru. Where? Read. Yomu. Has it
Yomu.
got sayonara? Yeah, it's got sayonara in there already. Just to catch you off guard a little more.
夜
Night. Yeah. There's a Yoasobi song got yoru in the title, right? It's yoru ni something?
切る
Kiru. It's like a Beastars opening or something, I think. I'm not sure. I don't watch Beastars, but I listen to Yoasobi. Yomu is read. Yeah, thing I'm currently struggling with my Japanese in my like personal time is, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm on time right now, and it is so difficult to, because they start using kanji very quickly, and it's very confusing,
の
especially when you can't really dedicate time to it every day. No. Yeah.
野菜
や の
No.
け
Okay.
きむ
Good.
や
Drink. Nomu.
飲む
Oh, thank God.
お酒
Osake. Alcohol.
け
O.
酒
Sake.
野菜
Nice. A vegetable. I believe that's what it has you say, rather than vegetables.
や
Ya.
る
No.
のき
Ki.
け
Ke.
飲む
Nomu. Drink. I wonder when it brings in tabe. Is that nanji desu ka? Nanji desu ka? I believe that's ji. I know that's nan, and I know desu ka. I think that's ji. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh, I got it right. That's good. I'm relieved. I'm so relieved. I wonder if I could answer. Probably not. Yonji. Yonji desu? No, I don't think that's right. It's 4 o'clock. It's 4 p.m. for me right now. I don't think yonji desu is correct. No, it's too early to jump. Yeah, I recognize Jeep because I kind of, one of my learning
Su-
techniques from when I was
Sushi.
like a teenager, looking at a lot of Japanese media, was to like stare at a kanji and repeat what it sounds like in my head to kind of try and get it into my head. Which sounds so psychotic, just the image of me like staring at a kanji and repeating what it says, just Jeep, but like.
り
It worked for me a little bit. It did. Very good. It was right. Oh, that's a relief. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Sushi.
照り焼き
Teriyaki. I love that that is just a direct, like you don't even write what teriyaki is. You just
好き
maybe it's like a long-winded explanation. Maybe it's just because they know teriyaki is like used universally. You could add for PM. I've forgotten how to pronounce that. I know that the second half is gogo, right? Gogo? Oh wait. Is it gogo? Is that what the brackets mean? Did I misunderstand that a little bit?
や
Yeah.
む
Mu
て
te
り
S. Yeah, okay, gogo. It is gogo. Okay, so it would be yon. Would you put gogo after ji? So it would be yonji gogo desu? Gogo before. Okay, so yon gogo ji desu. Ji means like o'clock, right? So yeah, I would have said like 4 o'clock p.m. there. Even more before. Oh, gogo yonji desu. Right, okay. So like first, gogo would be first. So it's p.m. 4 o'clock. p.m. 4 o'clock. Ah, thank you. I appreciate that. Arigato.
照り焼き
Teriyaki.
好き
Tsuki is like oh, where'd it go? Su.
すりむ
Mu.
て
Yeah.
やて
Wow. I recognize this song. Oh, it's Genshin Impact's theme, but in lo-fi. I was like, why does this sound so familiar? I've barely listened to this playlist. I just checked it over to see what was in it. Can you hear the music alright?
やた
Yatta!
るまほ
Yatta means like I did it, right? Like it's like a celebratory phrase, if I remember rightly. I used to watch, I don't know if anybody here is into Love Live. I used to watch the seiyus do like these after school activity programs where they'd be in like a fake classroom and they would play like these little games.
甘い
And I remember Kusun, after they won a game, she started screaming like yatta yatta yatta, and like she was really really hyped. It was
Ki.
super cute.
た
Kita
ま
ma
け
ke ho.
ほ
Really fun to watch those though. I really miss watching these seiyus.
欲しい
Hoshi. I really
Kitanai.
miss watching these seiyus get along, do activities together. They don't do that stuff anymore. I mean, I guess it's probably partly because of COVID, but I would love to see like Aqua and
甘い
Riala and the Nijigakuen do it. Amai is sweet. Kitanai.
欲しい
Want. I almost went to type in Hoshi, like the Romachi version. Erasing the skill. Okay, we'll jump once more. I suppose we are doing kind of well.
き
Ki. Oh.
ろ
Mu.
むるしき
I remember I tried telling my mother about the Japanese alphabet once, and I rhymed off like Rarirurero and like Kakikukeko. I was like, that's how their alphabet works. It's like their one letter is like 2 for us. It's like it's got like a different pronunciation. And she was just like, holy shit. I think it was probably how fast, because I'd been practicing like that. I'd been going down my little hiragana chart and I'd been going like Rarirurero, Hahihuheho, like Kakikukeko, like just trying to get them in my head. And I think it was just how fast I did the Rarirurero that she was like, oh my gosh, like what did you even just say? Yoru.
夜
Yoru is night. Yomu is read. I've almost caught myself doing that a couple of times. Going for mu instead of
Mu.
ru.
る
Na.
なく
Ku.
むき
Ki.
夜
Yoru. Night. Kiru.
読む
By the way, One Punch Fran, I love your username. I think that's really cool. Sounds like One Punch Man.
切る
I know that that's the intention, and I just pointed that out for no reason. But Kiru, where, but you know, it's cute. I like it.
読む
Yomu. Maybe for stream 2, we'll level it up a little. And instead of using like the kind of like little keys that it gives you, we'll use our keyboard. No.
の
Yasai.
の
No.
け
Ke.
き
Ki.
や
Ya.
む
Mu. Thanks. No problem. Nomu.
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 お酒
Osake. Alcohol.
や
Ya.
お
Sake.
Sake.
It's half One Punch Man and half your name.
野菜
Well, Fran can be short for a lot of things. All of them pretty. Francine, Francis. Both beautiful names.
け
No.
る
Ki.
きけ
Ke.
や
Watch it be something totally like different to Francine or Francis, and I just nomu. Nomu is drink. Yes. I can't believe I'm not making mistakes. 420. Nice. This is where stream comes to learn I am a child. My sense of humor is
す
similar to that of a 14-year-old boy.
寿司
Sushi.
り
Sushi. Teriyaki.
It's weird that it teaches you osake and not osushi. Usually it would stick to like polite or not polite. It wouldn't just mix in both. Teriyaki. Nice. Thank you. Ski.
Ki.
What is this? Groos's theme from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. This is so funky. This is so cute.
すり
や
やて
Te-
む
I love it.
照り焼き
It's an Italian male name. Wow, are
Ye-
you Italian? Or are you just like descendant perhaps? Or maybe your
Yeah.
parents just like the name. There's nothing stopping any of those things from being true.
の
No.
す
Yeah.
や
Te-
て
ri.
り
I don't think I know any Italian names. Which sounds probably really bad on my part. I'm uneducated British swine. But
ほ
ho,
や
ta,
た
ma,
ま
ru.
る
Maru means circle, right? Maru? Want. Hoshi. Why did I almost say read? Italian by blood, but I was born in Germany. Wow! That's cool.
てむ
Ma,
また
ho.
ほ
That's very cool. I, unfortunately am British by blood and, born in England. I think I do actually have, excuse me. I think I do actually have a little bit more Scottish in my blood than English. I think like most of my family, grandparents and upwise is Scottish. But my parents were both English, so I only really say Scottish like when people ask, or if
甘い
people ask about my accent, because I was raised by well, my mother was, it's obviously British, English, half Scottish, but she didn't want me to sound like the people around where I live. She didn't want me to talk like that because it's rather, it's very there's just a very heavy accent to it, and it's not the easiest to understand, and I think she wanted me to be able to speak a bit more clearly and enunciate a bit more. So kitanai, that's dirty. So she insisted that I speak
甘い
properly my entire life. And it's paid off well, I think. An eagle cries in the distance, I'm American. Nothing wrong with being American.
汚い
I've been to America twice.
欲しい
And while I was in, I went to Florida. Yeah, sorry. No, don't be. I had a wonderful time. Everybody there was lovely. Everybody there was so nice. And I know that I was in a super, like, commercial area because obviously I was a child. They took me to Disney. Like, you know where I was. But, yeah, I didn't run into a single rude person. All the cashiers and waitresses we had, they were absolutely fantastic. Wonderful people. Watashi. I don't know, on the topic of I in Japanese, I know watashi is like the, it's like, I think universally I don't know if feminine people can use boku. I think they have, or if they like, I think they are more recently, but I think boku is like originally like a very masculine way of saying I, right? So you, instead of saying watashi no, you could say boku no, but like women don't really do that apparently.
Sayonara.
Goodbye. That exact place, but not gonna visit Disney. Hello. Okaria, thank you for stopping in. How are you? I have a very heavy Sicilian accent, which is not the best to have. It sounds like it would be really interesting. I like a good accent.
Ra.
Da.
Ya.
Ya.
Wa.
Wa.
Ko.
Ko.
Ke.
Ke.
私
You know, I kind of like accents. I think they sound just really
Sayonara.
pretty. English with an accent is very, very pretty.
Ra. Wa.
Wa.
Ho. Ko.
Ko.
Ki.
Ki. I think, how long have we been live now? An hour and 10 minutes. You'll be right back? No problem. I think maybe 10 or 20 more minutes of Japanese. See how far we can get. And then maybe we will move on to The Walking Dead, because that's what's on the poll today.
こんにちは
Konnichiwa, that's hello.
こんにちは。
Hello. I think there are more casual ways to say hello, but I don't think I remember them. I know that in the evening you can say konbanwa. Wow, level 5. Maybe later. Boku is for males and more casual. You could also say ore, but that would be very macho-like. Small girls can say atashi. Oh, that's cute. They just miss off the what? That's adorable. I want to say I like how your camera tracks. Thank you. It's a Logitech camera. Oh my goodness. I should have gotten water before I started. It's a Logitech camera. It's HD 1080p, and I didn't actually know... It was actually terrible. For like the first 4 years that I had it, it had like 20 FPS, and it was awful, and I didn't know what was wrong. And then recently, when I got a couple more Logitech peripherals, I got a new keyboard, and I have the G something mouse, G502 mouse from Logitech. I'm not sponsored, I just really like this stuff. And I found out you can get this thing called Logitech Hub, and I went through the settings on the webcam because it like registered it, and I was like, oh, I didn't know there was webcam settings. And I like changed one setting, and it was suddenly like 60 FPS, fantastic lighting, and I was just like, you have to be kidding me. I've spent like 4 or 5 years using a webcam that was beautiful quality, like a real video camera kind of quality in 20 FPS. I was like, I am dense. I need to do that. My Logic 1080p is trash. It honestly is so surprising the difference in quality that you can get. It's literally, what is the program called? Logitech G Hub, and it automatically detects like all of the Logitech peripherals that are plugged into your PC, and it'll it'll fix everything for you. It does it. You can, I think the setting that I have on is streaming, because there's different settings for like, there's the default one, which is the awful one, and then there is streaming, and then there is video call. I can't honestly tell the difference between video call and default, but streaming is insane. It is beautiful quality. I am so unbelievably happy, because I was actually considering, should we move on to greetings? No. I was actually considering like replacing my webcam and getting another one, because they have brought out ones since then. And I was like, oh, maybe I should just get a new one. Like, this one was never really that great for me, but I don't need to anymore. I still have the G19 keyboard. I hope it never dies. I really don't want to replace it with something else. I feel the same way. I get very attached to PC peripherals. Like, I'm very attached to my mouse pad right now. I don't know why. It's a mouse pad. I shouldn't be attached to it. But I very easily get attached to, like, inanimate objects. And, like, I don't, like, assign them names and genders and personalities. I just don't want to throw it away. I look at it and I think, oh, but I like you. I like that. I don't want anyone else to use it, or like, you know, for it to not be used by me anymore. I just like it.
Inu.
Inu, that's
Inu.
dog.
鳥
Bird. A bird? Bird? A bird, but bird is also
Neko.
correct.
猫
Neko.
鳥
しぬ
Nu.
らと
To.
ね
Ne. I used to mix up ne and nu.
猫
I mean, I know I say I used to mix them all up. I don't do it too often anymore. I guess I used to mix them up because I was just still learning the language, but I mean, like, that's ne, right? And that's nu. How did I do that? How did I mix them up? They don't look anything alike.
ねた
Or at least not anymore.
に
Nu.
ぬ
To. I guess they looked alike to me when I was younger, because otherwise I wouldn't have mixed them up. But I really don't know how. I think I was just probably not trying to memorize the whole character, and I was just memorizing the little loop on the end. Inu. Kumori? What's cloud, right?
Inu.
Kumori, not Inu. Kumori is like cloud, I think. Oh my god, it wants to attach itself to my Discord. Mine does that all the time. Every time I turn my PC on, it's like, oh, would you like to use your webcam for audio? And I'm like, absolutely not. The mic on this webcam is the only poor thing about it. It peaks so easily.
目
Me.
Me.
That's eyes, right? An eye.
背中。
Senaka. Or okay, so using my detective skills, Ia is Mimi. I is Me. So back must be Senaka. Yeah.
耳。
Mimi.
み。
Me. Oh. Ne.
ぬ
Nu. I almost went to Me.
め
Why does nu look more like me than ne? How did I what?
と
Se.
せみ
I am a lost cause, truly.
背。
Senaka?
中。
Senaka? Back. Awesome. Ne.
ね
Se.
み
Me.
め
Nu.
ぬ
And Ia.
みみ
Mimi. Me. What? Why that sound so muffled? What happened? Jump to level 2. It's far too early to be jumping. Oh. You.
ふ
Fu.
ね
Ne. Tsu. Se.
せ
Oh my
Fuyu?
goodness, that was close. I almost fucked that up. Ah,
冬
of course, Fuyu, winter, right? And then Natsu, that's summer. Fu looks like fire a little bit, I think. Yu just looks like a Japanese character, because that's what it is. So,
Fu,
Fu,
Yu,
Yu, Tsu, Nu,
Nu,
Me.
Me.
Oh my goodness. Natsu.
夏
Nats. You didn't pronounce the U. Do you not need to? I know you don't need to pronounce the U on the end of this. So like you wouldn't say like desu. You would say this. But I didn't know you could do that with natsu as well. I thought it was natsu rather than nuts. Winter, fuyu,
冬
夏
natsu. Yeah, actually the only problem that I have with my tracking with this webcam is that my monitor is rather big. So like the way that the webcam is situated, it is above my head. So if I look down in the slightest, my eyes close. Or if I laugh because my eyes like close, like my cheeks obviously push my eyes closed a little bit when I laugh. It thinks like my eyes are closed. That's the only issue I have with the tracking at the moment though, and I'm gonna try and find a way to fix it. I'm gonna get a different, like an adjustable monitor, because currently I'm using like an old TV, which says a lot about my
も
my setup. Mo
れ
de nu
ぬ
yu
ゆひ
hi
昼昼
hiru. That means daytime, right? Because yoru is night. That's what I was talking about earlier. Yes, daytime. This song, what is it? I guess not the previous song. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't check. This one is Kairi 1, Kairi the first, Kairi E, I don't know, from Kingdom Hearts. That's why Kingdom Hearts. Ah, you like Kingdom Hearts. Oh, of course you do. We told you about the Nintendo Direct yesterday.
ひ
He
も
mo
れ
de
みね
晴れ
Oh, that almost caught me.
Hare?
Hare. What does hare mean? Sunny.
曇り
Kumori, cloudy. I was right earlier. It's cloud or cloudy. Sunny, hare,
晴れ
kumori.
曇り 昼
Hiru. Yeah, this is a bunch of it's called DMCA Free Lo-Fi. It's a playlist on Spotify, and it's like uploaded by this guy called Slow-Fi, which I think is really funny. But they have like at the top, very top of the playlist, it's like main theme from ACNH, which is Animal Crossing, Shop from Undertale in Lo-Fi, KK Moody, songs from My Neighbor Totoro, Nino Kuni, Kiki's Delivery Service, Super Mario 64, Spirited Away, The Last of Us Part 2. They have like everything. Literally everything. It's crazy good. And it's, how many songs has got in it? 175 songs. So if you don't skip any, it's 6 hours and 26 minutes long. It's very helpful. You're acing this skill. Alright, we'll jump a little. But just a little.
鳥
Tori,
犬
dog. Inu. Neko.
猫
鳥
Gotta run, gotta start dinner for tonight. It's a cooking it all day thing. Oh, have fun. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciated it. I hope you enjoy your dinner. Inu.
犬
猫
Cat. Uh,
ね
ne.
ぬ
Nu. Da.
らと
To.
し
Chi.
ね
Ne. Ni. Da.
た
Nu.
ぬと
To. Oh my goodness. Thank God for that. I really thought I was gonna get that wrong. I still can't believe I've made it through Hiragana 1, Hiragana 2, and I'm now going through Hiragana 3, and I haven't made a mistake. I'm surprised.
み
Mi.
め
Me.
と
To.
せ
Se.
ぬ
め
Me. It's an I, right? Yes. Oh my goodness. Se.
せなか
Naka. I believe naka on its own means in. It's like a kanji for in, right? Mm.
め
Me.
せ
Se.
ぬ
Nu.
み
Mi.
ね
背中
Back. Keeps catching me. Mimi.
み
Me.
目
耳
Yeah. Or an yeah. 555. Wow. It really wants me to skip. Okay. It's 4:30, so what we're gonna do is take a very, very, very quick break. I am going to load up some I'm gonna load up the game that we're gonna be playing for maybe the next hour. I don't know how long the episodes are, I don't really remember. But yeah, it won't be long. Get a snack, get a drink, get comfortable, stretch your legs. I will see you very, very soon. Bye.